Now, please be back. So this segment will take off right after the pancake sequence. So let me just restate.
I love pancakes.
Holla,
The
holla at
pancake.
your pancakes. Holla at Denny's,
I
who has
got your
eternal
single
pancakes.
stacker. I got your double stacker.
I'll do that segment, or you can do. You know what? Why don't you do that segment next after this? Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
hope
Yeah.
I
So
hope you got that IHOP.
Drake got the 3 page of the beef joke that I wrote Taboo 1, not just because I just wanted to write Taboo 1, it's all good, but that 3 page beef joke. But in the meantime, Taboo 4. Dude, I
Yeah.
fucking reek of pancakes. Dash frowned as he sniffed his own clothes. While one of the perks of being a shopkeeper were many and varied, while the perks of being a shop. Did I mention this is unedited? This is unedited. Adele would be beating me with
Totally
a golf club.
unedited.
Yeah, I haven't even gone through my editing process yet, let alone sent it to my editor, Adele Simons. Both Frank and Dash had decided that they simply had no time to spend doing anything more than getting Frank dressed and both out of there, leaving the cleanup of the kitchen to their new wards. That is, the other two censors. Despite his large, irregular frame and scales, Dash was nevertheless a consummate clothes whore, having a walk-in closet as large as his bedroom full of various costumes, shirts, pants, and walls upon walls of shoes and boots. Unlike Frank, whose sad collection of secondhand black khakis, t-shirts, and button-up overshirts, usually left unbuttoned, it took Dash nearly an hour of browsing his collection before finding the ensemble that fit him perfectly for the day, his various moods, whatever memory he happened to remember that day, or other esoteric reasons. So it was that they found themselves in the Roadbuster, one of the several vehicles maintained by their associate and resident mechanic. A glorious machine and the brainchild of Grease Monkey and the shopkeepers themselves, this car was more than a simple vehicle on several levels. A body composed of specially ordered Aston Martin and Mustang parts ordered direct from London and Detroit respectively. Each panel and exterior piece had been painstakingly worked over with a special two-tone paint job, the pitch black coloration changing to a dark cherry red, depending on which angle one viewed it from. The design was based on the Shelby GT 500 Super Snake, the last in the line of Mustangs shortly before the havoc of 2012 caused not only the halting of major factories globally, but also enabled a cabal of foreign politicians to move in and absorb the entirety of the Ford company. Despite the initial design, the hybrid combination of both Aston Martin as well as Mustang body pieces were entirely a recipe concocted by Dash and Grease Monkey together. As customized as the body was, both flashy as well as pleasant to the eye, under the hood revved an absolute and utter monster, the Cummins V12 engine, the entire system maxed out at 850 horsepower and a 6-speed variable transmission setup. Armed with a beefy suspension system, the interior, black leather to replace the old red leather interior after the last time the shopkeepers had used her mid-battle, was reinforced by a tungsten carbide roll cage chassis alongside a carbon fiber shell. The double grille at the front of the car turned weaponized by the heavy whammy bar, a battering ram-like affair attached securely to the car. With both a nitrous oxide system as well as a high-end turbocharger, the Roadbuster had been designed with the initial need to ensure that Frank and Dash had a car fast enough to get away from a wind elemental, yet strong enough to smash Dash right out of his berserker state. A genetic anomaly of the Ungrim Troll, while it granted him an obscenely high rate of regeneration and the ability to retain the usefulness of cast-off limbs, parts, and fluids, it also drove him and those cast-off parts into a berserk fury, destroying and rampaging unchecked and unstoppable, mutating his normally somewhat humanoid body beyond the limits of any human frame. On top of that, the cast-off parts mutated and regenerated as well, becoming weaponized with regenerated claws, spiked scales, and fangs, driven to destroy by the unique nature of the hive mind existence that was the Troll. Hidden within the car were also compartments filled with various weapon drops, each with the intention of evading or hampering pursuers. What made the Roadbuster truly special, though, was the mystical glyphs and runes inlaid within the body itself, transforming the car into a veritable mobile artifact, the only one of its kind. Last but not least was the truly special gift from Frank to Dash, a detachable steering wheel setup, as well as a steering wheel big enough to fit Dash's humongous hands perfectly. You know, it's a good scent, though, Frank chuckled, leaning back in his chair to glance at Dash from the side of his eye, his grin full of wicked mirth. Hell, might even be a new thing for you. Ew, to breakfast. Shut up, I will kill you. Dash hunched over the steering wheel self-consciously, only marginally annoyed at Frank's needling. Frank cackled with laughter before speaking in a high exaggerated falsetto. Oh, Danny, your muscles feel so good wrapped around us and we're so hungry. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Frank grinned, knowing when to stop picking on his partner. So how are the girls, eh? Still comfortable in your apartment? Not missing you too much because of the training and the jobs, yeah? Let's skip over that because it's a whole bunch of stuff that happens in Taboo's one.
Nice.
You're not supposed to know about that stuff anyway. Not yet. Oh, if else you read it, I mean, you know. No. Okay, here. Dash blinked, glancing at him as he weaved the roadbuster expertly within traffic. Really? No arguments or saying we had to... I'm sorry, let me pull back just a little bit. Frank blinked. What's up, Chief? Well, boss, I was just wondering if they could work with us, you know? Sensor can pull sensor in like a cart, and they're both really good at stuff. And Frank chuckled, waving off as he interrupted him. Yeah, bro, sure, no problem. That's when Dash does it. You know, really? No arguments or saying we have too many people or whatever? I kind of gave up that line of thought when we discovered we got a roosting in the clock tower we both censored. Frank grumped, glaring out the windshield. To be honest, the whole war we had with those sensors from the sensor kind of got me thinking about our defenses and stuff. Even with the new interns and stuff, we need to start thinking about getting our teamwork tightened up. Not just you and me, but I mean, like, the whole shop, you know? Dash nodded sagely. It's a good idea, boss. Hell, we can even call in Varel from the... it's supposed to be Asatru, but it's spelled Astere, and we do have some time, so I'll actually go into the story really quick about that after this. You know, she's like you. She's good at both physical combat as well as magic and stuff. Plus, she's more sensitive than us both, eh, bro? Frank barked a laugh. To a point, but yeah. Mermaid genes are, historically speaking, strong in magic, and the censored are no joke. There's only 3 left in the world as far as the organization is concerned, and all 3 have deigned not comment on helping us with censored. Dash frowned, but nodded, accepting it. Though powerful, the censored genes were both haughty as well as incredibly rare. The third, now 4th, most rare monster genes of all. The troll blinked and murmured curiously, isn't today the day the twins are back from the library maze? Frank chuckled. Yeah, we're going to go greet them, interrogate them after we pick up our charges. He rubbed a shaved chin and thought before speaking. Afterwards, I think we should go see Baron Reiser. Dash chuckled, shifting the car into a higher speed as he spoke aloud. Angels, demons, whatever, man. We're going to bash them all. So, Astere and the Asatru. So there is actually a real, they're actually real worshippers of the Nordic faith and such, you know. And, you know, Loki, Thor, Odin, that kind of stuff. Not Marvel or DC. And, yeah, and there actually is a woman who is the actual Varel Kethin in real life. She swore up and down that Asatru is spelled Astere, and then later on found out otherwise. But she like, completely didn't know. So I've kept it Astere as just a poke at her. So, yeah, it's kind of a personal thing, but there you go. So, there's that segment. What do you guys think?
I like it.
Cool.
I like it. It's pretty good.
You know, one of the things that, now, I really shouldn't admit this on cam, but I got to admit, you know, it's not that I dislike exposition, and it's not like I dislike narrative. I love narrative. Y'all know this. Y'all have read my shit. But exposition, for me, it's more like I'm linking together a storyline based on the action sequences that I have for each book. You know, I just think, oh, this is going to look cool. This is going to sound so cool. And then usually it'll be like, well, how did they get there? So, you know, I know what I want to have happen. And sometimes there's stories, sometimes there's not. In 2 and 3, people might consider it be pandering to the audience for action, you know. But no, seriously though, that's just how I do. It's how it works. You know, you write out the action sequences first, or at least what I want, and then I'll tie them together however the story fits. That's the gardening aspect, you know. That's when it actually gets to become a real garden there, rather than just the engineering. Yep. And when we come back, we will get the 3-page beefathon on with Uncle D. Good job.
Let's go.